Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So we are out here, Southern Arizona, hiking. Went and looked at some petroglyphs. Now we're going to go up and check out this old mine site. It's called the Millville and Charleston area. This is actually back years ago, way before Tombstone, Arizona was here in Southern Arizona. The Huachuca military base is over here. But a guy named Ed Shefflin actually started all this because he was out here looking for gold and silver. Well, he ran upon some silver ore. Took him some samples. He knew that this was good samples. He took him up north to his buddy. And his buddy up there and his brother showed him to him. His brother wasn't so really wanting to come and do it because he's chased all the stories before and never got rich. But he ended up deciding to come down here with him. So they both come down here. He named the mine Tombstone Mine, which actually is when they made the town of Tombstone a few years later. They started building it. They named it Tombstone because of his mine. So pretty cool that that's how it got its start. It was right here, basically, is where the mine was, out in these mountains right here. And they got rich. 1877 is when he discovered the mine, and then after that he waited around. It was probably a year or so before they actually got back down here and really got into mining and checking it out and seeing how it would turn out. So that's just kind of a little bit of back history. I don't know all the story, but I know some of it.
Didn't he also name it Tombstone because everybody kept telling him digging for the silver was going to be his tombstone?
Right, that's actually right. He actually named it Tombstone because all the guys over at the base over there, Huachucas, they said, you ain't going to find nothing out there. The only thing you're going to find out there is your tombstone, which means you're going to die. And when he found it, he thought, you know what? Tombstone is a really good name to name my claim, name my mine. So that's how it got the name Tombstone. Okay, so we going this way. We need to, which way are we going? Right up there? Yeah.
We're going to go this way.
You can kind of see some of it over here. Well, we need to do this lower part first then and then go up there. All kinds of metal out here.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get through there. That's kind of stickery.
You have to go around.
There is a little spot right here.
Look at the wall. So I don't know if there's like a building or just a wall or... But they put a lot of work into building that wall. Holy mackerel, that's huge. Kind of reminds you of pyramids, only probably the rocks ain't near as big as the pyramid. But some of those rocks up in there are gigantic. And they had to put all them in place to build this.
Looks like there used to be like a doorway and steps right there.
Yeah, I'd say it was doorway, and it's all broken down, but there was just, I'm sure, steps right there.
Or it was some big old wooden structure that was part of the mining process.
There's kind of a hole here, and then there's this pipe, which probably was deeper. Ain't nothing but trash down in there now. Different rock things built, like right here was something. This, whatever this structure was for. There's a couple, oh wow, look at them big old bolts sticking up out of the ground right there. You see them, honey?
Here's two more bolts, but they ain't as big.
Oh, there's more right here. That was to hold something hooked to this. It was probably the part of the mining process, I'm sure, but...
Even though the house is supposed to be up there, I still think that this was part of the mining part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
Because there's too much evidence of mining equipment down here. Anyways, this might even not have been steps. It might have been something that might have had a wooden structure.
I don't know. It's squared off like a doorway, but who knows? It's pretty cool.
But if that was so, then it would all be perfectly level back there. But it's not. It's almost like it was steps.
And over here's some more.
It's pretty cool, though.
Kind of structure over here from something.
There's another big old structure of rocks. You just don't know what they did with everything.
I know, it's just so far gone that...
It's just neat.
There's probably some pictures, maybe in some of those signs that shows some of it. I got this thing here, but it ain't got a twist throttle on it. So I'm having problems with it. Is there a trail up that way or this way?
Oh, we made it up one more level.
There's horse tracks up here. Horse pucky.
Ouch.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
See, they had some kind of a big old structure right here.
Yeah, big old metal thing with a pipe coming out of it. I don't know what.
I have to have a drink.
Time for a drink. Me too, I think. I don't know if that's a tree or a big wooden post right there. I think it's just a post. I don't think it was a tree because it looks like treated.
Treated wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If it's a post, it was gigantic. That thing probably 2 foot.
This is why
diameter.
I think it was partly a mining thing, because look at those boards up there. It's right in the center.
Yeah.
Because they said his house was part of his business.
Yeah.
So,
Which I think his house is not there. I think it's right over here. Huge piece of metal. It's all rusted, just about gone. I guess we'll go on up to
yeah, we'll try to make our way up.
the top level there. Have to find
Yeah,
a
because
route.
we can't get to that. That's too unsteady, the next level. So
Yeah,
we'll have
we'll
to go up
to
to
the
the
top level. So I know a little bit of information about this area because I've been reading a book about tombstone in this area. So I can't remember that Ed Shefflin's friend's name, but it'll be on a sign up here probably because we're up here by his house area.
Okay, it looks like we might be able to go up right here.
Look at that there. And I think that's the house place over there. Be careful. Avalanche. Avalanche under your feet.
We still got to find another way up.
This is level 3, and that's level 4 up there.
Yeah. I don't know how stable this level is though on the front side.
We'll go this way. Whew,
I'm tired.
that'll get you. We were doing this for exercise mainly and to learn and look, but exercise is one big
Yeah, because
reason.
we're both on a diet and
Yep,
strict diet.
very strict diet, but we're
Try
losing
not
weight.
to have no breads, hardly any potatoes, all vegetables,
No good stuff.
fresh protein, no goodies,
No ding dongs, no
No,
ho hos.
me,
No
no soda
Twinkies.
pop. I haven't had a soda since January 1st.
Yeah, but we're doing good. So we either go around that way
December 31st was my last day drinking a Coke.
or we climb it right here.
Oh, you can go up that way probably.
Huh?
You can probably go up that way. There's a trail.
Yeah, it's just rough. I think you're better off up there.
Yeah, that's a bunch of stickers.
Well, I mean, from around the other way.
Oh,
There's a way up through there. Come on,
where are you going?
right here. Better path here.
Okay.
As long as you don't fall like I'm about
That's
to.
definitely the thing here in Arizona. Everything can bite you, poke you, and stick you.
This is almost like stairs. So be careful.
Yeah. Well, You're stopping. You're making me stop.
Because I worry about you.
Oh, I know that.
That'd be why.
Right here. I'm going up right here.
Part of an old crock laying there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Ooh.
I like to have one of them old crocks.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
But heck, even
way.
people who still make them today, they charge you like that they're old like that.
Yeah, they're not the same.
No, they're not. They weren't made, they're not made the same.
So most of this stuff is mesquite. And mesquite has stickers on it.
Yeah, that's what our yard is full of.
Mesquite everywhere.
Stick you every time you try to do something. Okay, we should be coming up on the edge of the top. Yep, there's the top.
Honey, you sound like you're out of breath.
I am. I'm tired.
Yeah, you too. It's good for us.
I know it's good for us. I'm just tired.
Breathe out that weight.
And boards
Expel
should be
it.
somewhere. We maybe.
Right here.
Yep.
That's the boards we saw
Right in
from
front
down
of
below.
us.
Railroad ties, they look like. Same.
Be careful
size.
of being too close to that edge. Slip and
Wow.
fall, you're gonna die.
Check out the views. Check out the views here.
Ain't it crazy? I love it. Look at the mountains. The Huachuca Mountains and
And over
everything.
there is the Huachuca Mountains. And we live over that direction.
Yeah, coming over this morning, we noticed snow on one of the mountains. We had to look it up. It's Graham.
We actually noticed that from our house we can see Mount Graham. And it is covered in snow right now.
I smell mold out here.
And this is Thursday, January 15th. But it's just covered in snow. So they had something right here, and maybe some of the boards it's gone now. The wood, lumber stuff. The lumber. So cool. Check out the mountains.
That would be a hard climb going up those.
That'd be a climb. They don't look so bad, but you would not believe how rough that is. That's why you don't just see people taking motorcycles and going up it. You can't. It looks like you think, oh, that ain't no problem. Yeah. You can't go up it.
It's almost straight up.
You could barely walk up. You probably have to crawl and have a rope hooked onto you.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's extreme. That is super cool. That's a lot of work, all that rock. There's a whole bunch of that stuff. It just looks like coal here. But I've never seen, I don't know what coal is for sure. I bet that's coal.
This looks a little bit different. Yeah, and it's like lighter weight, ain't it?
Oh, it don't weigh nothing.
Yeah, this is coal.
It could be.
I
Somebody else comment. Tell us what that is.
This looks more like coal than them big rocks.
Somebody comment below if you know what that is.
It still could be fragments of volcano.
I ain't afraid to admit we don't know what we're
Nope.
talking about,
We don't know.
because I don't.
We're not volcano experts. We're not.
Well, we got some deer tracks or javelina tracks, kind of hard to tell in the sand going through here.
We're not mining experts.
Definitely not. I'm not
I'd like to be,
mineralogist
so
or
I can
whatever it's
go
called.
find some gold or silver and make a few bucks.
Yeah, gold. That's the way to do it. And it's here. If you just knew where, it's here.
Yeah, I watched them one people, How to Alaska. They go out and they've been mining for gold. Gold, when they shut off the season, was up to $4,000 an ounce. It's crazy.
So we are recording today with the DJI Osmo Action 6, and the mics we're using right there, that is the DJI Mic 3s. She has one on her, I have one on me. So that's why you'll notice how good the audio is, how good the video is. Exceptional. Ooh, look at that bolt.
Holy cow. Somebody
Get that dude over.
put rocks in the way so you don't trip over it.
Yeah.
That was an anchor for something.
Uh-huh. So over here was Shefflin's friend's house, and this place was his business and the house all built into one. Right here. Not much left of it. It was partially rock
Adobe.
and partially adobe and partially wood. And if we go right out here, you can actually see some of the adobe is left, but boy, there ain't much. There's just a little bit of an adobe wall right here. Right there's a little bit of it left. Pretty much everything else is just gone.
Little corner of it, huh?
Yep. So down here, it probably tells about it. We'll go down here. Down this kind of a stairway.
Oh, that's steep. I'm almost thinking, is there weight down that way?
Come on, my lady. Come, my lady.
I'm getting sweaty.
Okay, that's his name. I knew it was Gerd.
I'm gonna sit down for a sec.
Richard Gerd set up shop for the Tombstone Mill and Mining Company right here in the same building as his home. For an Old West miner, Dick Gerd was very concerned with the style, taste, and quality. Fortress-like and adobe walls were nearly 3 feet thick. So there is an image of the house that's set right here. And you can see this wall on this image. That's this wall right here of the house. This corner is that corner right over there. But that was a nice house. I mean, big house. Of course, it was a house and a business. And also this railroad here ran over to, from, I said Millville, Charleston, which is here. That's the old bridge right there. The Millville-Charleston Bridge. And it ran a long ways. I mean, I know it definitely went over by Tombstone. It went over to Fairbank over that way. We're going to do a hike of Fairbank also. It says in 1881 alone, Millville produced $1.3 million in silver. And you could imagine back in 1881 what that's worth today. So see, I said that they started this. He found the ore, Shefflin did, back in 1877. So this was 4 years later when they produced all that silver. Back in them days too, this mining operation was 24/7. They kept it going and pumping out the silver. So definitely interesting to learn the history around here.
Yeah, it is. Look at the big rocks.
Them box up there. I'm surprised there isn't petroglyphs on that, and there probably is some.
Oh, here's that one rock thing. Rock house. There's
Here's
like
some
a
old rock
foundation or something.
structures, foundations over
Looks like
here.
a wall or something.
Probably was a house right in there. There were several houses around here at the time.
My mother was the first white woman in Charleston, April 1879, and there were only a few tents in the place. We had to camp until Father could build an adobe house. It was just rough adobe walls with a roof made by placing a few poles across the top and laying Ocotillo very closely across the poles and piling dirt on the Ocotillo. Mother Earth made the floor. Bothered by drunks, Father went to work at the sawmill in the Pachuca Mountains. No saloons were allowed there. Amy Haviland Hitson. Frank Stillwell and John H. Behan owned 3 businesses on Pioneer Street in Charleston. Behan was deputy sheriff of Pima County before becoming sheriff of Cochise County in 1881. Wyatt and Virgil Earp believed that Stillwell, being friendly with the Clantons, gunned down their brother Morgan. On March 20th, 1882, Wyatt Earp shot and killed him in the Tucson Railroad yard.
On the western frontier, acute lead poisoning was not uncommon, especially in Charleston. Many a dawn broke on dead bodies in the streets of Charleston. If a dead man had a gun in his hand and wasn't shot in the back, it was a fair fight. No effort was made to find the victor. Charleston had a cemetery, but not everyone got in. Folks in Fairbank, a few miles downstream, called them a slow boat from Charleston.
Nearby Tombstone was born into legend with the gunfight between the Clanton gang. The Clantons owned a saloon in Charleston, preferring its easier justice system. Judge Burnett didn't require anyone to check their guns like in Tombstone.
People on the frontier faced many dangers. Mill workers were exposed to heavy metals such as mercury, lead, and arsenic. Lead poisoning was a threat to anyone who ate from tin cans, since the lead solder sealed the seams and tops. Lead makes better paint, which was used to glaze plates, bowls, and cups. More lead gets into food when it's heated, or with acidic foods like tomatoes. Lead poisoning usually happened over several years of exposure. Abdominal pain, gout, fatigue, anemia, and depression are some of the symptoms. When brain damage occurs, people say and do irrational things.
Justice. Jim James C. Barnett earned his fame as Charleston's Justice of the Peace. Stories abound about Caesar Barnett that attest to his cavalier ways of keeping the peace. He simplified the justice system by holding court on the streets, assisted only by his gun. He then promptly collected the fine, which he kept as income. If nothing else, a person did get a speedy trial. It was rumored that stolen cattle filled his butcher shop.
A wealthy rancher, William Cornell, Colonel Green, and Burnett had been arguing over Green's dam. One day, it was destroyed by dynamite. Tragically, Green's young daughter and her friend drowned in the torrent. Distraught, Green blamed Burnett. Later, Green gunned down Burnett in front of a witness. With every good lawyer in Cochise County working for him, Green was acquitted. Still, Green paid for his crime. It was rumored that the jurors were able to rely on a touch from Green for years later. Even though the jury was convinced, it was later proven that Judge Burnett did not blow up the dam. He may not have been an innocent man, but he paid the ultimate price for the crime he didn't commit. So here is a lot of tailings from the mines over here. Lots and lots. So I'd say the biggest part of the mining, the holes, was up this way. Over there was some manufacturing, and they probably broke down the spoils. But up in here, obviously up above us, is where the mining actually occurred. There's another structure right out there. What's left of the structure. Established by Richard Gerd and Al and Ed Shefflin in 1878, Gerd's Mill had 10 stamps and began operation on June 1st, 1879. Which that's what I was saying. 77 is when Ed Shefflin discovered it.
And then a year later, they started processing it.
Yeah, he went and got Gerd and his brother Al, and they come back down here and got it all going. Okay, guys, so there you go. That was pretty cool, actually. Millville and Charleston, Arizona, and what happened back in the days is quite a. Obviously, it was quite a establishment around here with the town, the city streets, the dam on the river, all that stuff. Pretty cool. Interesting to learn about it. Thank you all for watching. Click that thumbs up. God bless you all. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I put out a new video. And we'll catch you all in the next adventure. Right on.